let's move on. I'm talking about our fears. Oh. Like, how did this guy die so fast? Got stuck in the smoke. Oh, I almost died instantly. Oh, this is that one area. Okay. See, I thought I was going somewhere else, but I ended up in another area that I kind of knew about. This zone, which we're not actually there yet, but this is the worst place ever. From Software successfully making the worst place ever. Can't wait for the Death Blight swamp in the DLC. Am I coming up to a boss? This feels very bossy. Yes, I think I am. There's another big dragon somewhere. Is up there. The triple? Luck? I'm mad. He's got a big blast. I'm stuck. What? I don't know what that was, and I don't know how I dodged it. It's ice lightning? I see how I dodged it. Thank you. All right, something good. Actually, I think it's something either for a quest or we can't use. Oh, it's for spirit summoning. We can use it. I'm just not going to. And that's for Ronnie's quest line, I believe. Still a lot to do here, though. It's a little annoying, but it's okay. We're definitely over leveled for this area. That's fine. Fine. We've been over leveled for like every area of the game except for a couple guys, and then it's like, oh well, you're not doing that much damage. Just swap to bleed. We'll get it done. Yeah, looking forward to playing a bit more Monster Hunter today. I definitely want to play through more Iceborne than I did when it was new. And this kind of goes back to my talk yesterday. I say talk, I just was rambling. But like, you play so much, like, when it starts, and then, you know, when they start adding new content, it's like, I don't really want to play anymore. But I think that's in part of, like, not really having people to play with, or just, like, everyone kind of losing interest around the same time. But I think if I had gone the other way at the start, that's how you get to the top.
Is someone customer? Well,
No, I want the books. Also that. The Griffith helmet. There's no way up there. Well, I mean, from here. And I probably can't use the frost lightning. It probably needs some int that I just don't have spec. But I saw Tito fighting Fatalis, and like, man, Fatalis is so cool. And I never did that fight in World. I think I've only done one of them in 4. I'm pretty sure 4 has the 3 of them. Normal, white, and magma, or whatever, raging, whatever they call it. I think 4 has all of them. If it's not 4, then it's Generations, and then I just remember seeing a video. It might not have been me actually doing it. I'm pretty sure it was 4. Oh my gosh, I'm like weirdly alt-tabbed in Elden Ring, but also in Windows. Pretty sure I did it like one time. We had no issue. We were playing a well-rounded group. We did a ton of other stuff. I have no memory of the fight. Yeah, I would have been solo. 99% of my Monster Hunter playtime is just solo. I've only played a bit of World with people, a bit of 4 with people. Excluding the times when I've used like the SOS flare and it's just random people. I've done that a bunch, but like I wouldn't consider that playing with people. I mean, it is, but like playing with a group. You just kind of show up, they help you beat this guy in 0.5 seconds, and then you leave. Yeah, man, it's never an entire group. It's only like one or two people. I think I had 2 friends play World, and that was the closest it ever got to 4. Was 3. Two people is the worst. I don't think 2 people is that bad. Yeah, you get your little palico. I think that's fine. I think duos is fine because you both get your cat. I honestly think 3 is the worst. Because you don't get the cat. So if like anything screws up, you can't really depend on like a computer controlled character to just be like, oh, you need healing? Here's a heal. It's like, oh, you need healing? Well, too bad. Yeah, so that's what you meant was 3. With 2 people, including yourself. No. 2 people plus yourself equal 3. So yes. And Rise, I didn't play with anyone. Oh. Really? There was no other way? That was the only way? How do you get to the top part? I know you can get there. You can get up here. From here? Oh. Probably from Ronnie's quest line. So it's probably not accessible, like right now. Where was the other underground area? I swear. There's one more. Well, I guess it is Nokron. Maybe I'm just thinking it's Nokron. But it feels like I'm also missing this area. I don't know. Like, I know you can get up here. Did I miss something over here? I might have. In Caelid. Hopefully wilds would be a little different. I'd like to maybe be a bit more established and able to get groups together. Even if it's not like the same people frequently, at least, you know, some people. No, I'm pretty lost on how to get there. I know you can, but man, I don't remember how. And usually there's one of those little domes that you can see on the map. Like, literally gets a little label. There's that one. Actually, there's one more thing I want to do. I did trim down my wilds discussion. Post that on the highlights channel. So we'll see how that does. Probably not going to do great. It's not like crazy editing. I literally just trimmed it down. But, you know, that's about as much as I can really do right now. Without sacrificing the other stuff I'm doing. Okay, it was this. That's what I thought. I'm like, it could be the tower, so why don't I just do those? Instead of, like, trying to think of, like, where it is on the map, just do what you know you've missed. So it was absolutely the special teleporters. I had a feeling, because I didn't remember where one of them went. And I was pretty close to jumping in to Tito's game. But y'all were doing, like, you know, Fatalis. And I just got into Iceborne. Oh, that's not going to happen. He read my input. You fall down, please? Do you not get anything from beating him? What? Doesn't he give you, like, dragon breath? Isn't there, like, an invisible bridge here? I know he was just out in the open, but... Oh, whoops. You know, these are special areas, so I figured... You know, there'd be something worth putting there. Oh. But just do this, okay? Instead of just doing that every time, use your big brain. Nice. Yeah, see, there's that area over there. I guess that is just more of Nokron. Upsetting. Alright, last one. I know this is like the second last area of the game. Nice that they give you a little preview so early on. But like, man, you ain't gonna see this place for a long time. See, like, I feel like this zone is kind of what I wish most of the dungeon areas are like. Like, Stormvale Castle just kind of felt like, you know, you have a little bit of the inside, you have a little bit of the outside, you have the top, and like, that's it. Like, this area just feels like a gauntlet. And like, you have the first chunk to explore, the second chunk to explore, and then the third part to explore. You know, there's secret bosses who have actually not fought. That is the plan, to fight them. Also, Lich Dragon, I've never fought. I know the area and I could have fought him. I just selected the wrong option. Okay, these guys hurt. Paul? Oh, done. He's just cooked. All right, so there's that. There's that. I guess we'll just do Nokron. And this is stuff that I wish happened more. I really hope the DLC kind of explores this idea more. Where there'll be certain events that change the map, you know, and allow you to explore another area. Over there, is it this way? Over and around? I don't remember. Can't be this way. Has to be this way. Why did I think I didn't take any damage. But I'll guess we'll do this now. And whoops. Oh. Oh. That one hurts. Yeah. But we can't afford the express route. And we probably won't do much of Nokron. I want to swap to Gravity Rush. And then get some Monster Hunter in. And then we'll call it. Wait, where are my souls? Why were they up there and why didn't I see them? Oh, whatever. Only like 10k. See, I think a lot of the fear comes from, you know, you can see the ground. If you're just like, oh, it's, you know, you're just falling into the shadows. Like, who cares? forget which torch it is, but there's one that you kind of need to see invisible enemies. I didn't know you needed this until I watched, like, where to find the secret good stuff in Elden Ring. Or just, like, whatever. 15 secrets. And I'm like, I didn't even fight that guy. And just watch the Elden Ring DLC just be so good. It's like game of the year. Game of the year is DLC. Oh. Liar ahead? There ain't no message. We're gonna have to fight the balls. Live? It's a trap? It actually wasn't. I think I'm missing some part of the underground. I really can't think of where it is. I mean, it could just be in the next area, the snow zone. But I cannot remember. Did I do the upper places and the lower place? That's the thing, is I think I haven't done the upper place, and I don't remember how to get there. The Minotaurs. Yeah, I'll have to go through some kind of, you know, more secrets of Elden Ring. I think I definitely glanced over some stuff in Caelid. And even the middle area. Big lake. Radon Roboban. That's the Monster Hunter enemy. And I don't even say his name right. I don't say a lot of Monster Hunter, like, names right. It is like Radoban, but I always say Roboban. There's another one. He's like in the same area. Doo-doo game. The only one I'll like say correctly is like Rathian, Rathalos. I'll say Odogaron the way it's written. It's just when it's really like you got a lot of O's and B's and very kind of like short syllables. Then I'll just be like, whatever. However I read it, that's it forever. Devil Joe is Pickle, but I'll still say Devil Joe. That's more of like a community nickname. Ooh, the Mimic tier. I forgot you actually don't get them here. You find them in a treasure chest. I have no stamina? What the heck happened? Yeah, I figured we'd get about this far. Actually, I thought there was a little bit more, but whatever. I mean, there's more here, but I know there's more here. I can't talk. I'm really I'm really just not being able to talk. One of those Tuesdays. Yesterday I was talking all right. Today I'm talking real bad. Sorry for yawning right into the microphone. Oh, I forgot. He uses my equipment. He's me, but stronger. Maybe not me, but stronger. Man, it feels like the scaling for everything here is just so weird. You have to beat Radon to get here. I guess they really do expect you. No, because then you have to do... Man, you could come here way later. I don't know. It just feels weird. Everything feels way too weak. Because on your first playthrough, you're not going to come here, like, after, you know... what the heck is it called? Going up the elevator to the third area. You're not going to think about going back to Caelid. You already went there when you were, like, level 12, and you're like, oh, I'm not strong enough for this zone. I'll come back here way later. And that's when you do it. You go back way later. So having this stuff be like as manageable as it is, nice. There's actually nothing here. It's weird. Oh, are we going back? Okay. Yes. Okay. This is the top part. Oh, and that's I think that's Moog's zone. I think that's what's over there. Oh. Thank you for the reminder. Actually, that's not even a reminder. It takes you off Torrent when you come here. What the heck? Yeah. It's Moog over there. Some refills too? How many of there were these last time? Oh, I guess I can see from over there. 6 or is it 8? Like 1, 2, 3. Looks like 6. Isn't there a tree dragon here too? We're getting close. I mean, we were close and then we just don't have a 7. Oh, maybe it was this guy I was thinking of. That was a bit too fast for me. Thanks for joining in. Can you stop? Worst enemy in the game. Don't run away. I need those. I need one. Like, no joke. I feel like the one you fight in the boss room is the easiest one of those dogs. Every time they're outside, it's like the hardest enemy in the game. Where was my backstab? I guess it didn't happen. Okay, now we're fighting unlimited rats. They are big rats, but they're not even the biggest rats in the game. Oh, give me 7. Not quite, but they'll have to do. I mean, we probably won't run into a giant rat who makes all the rules. I don't even know how many more there would be. I guess if I'm doing more caves and stuff, maybe a couple more, but I don't think there's any in this area. From what I can remember. One rat to rule them all. I was gonna make a joke about like, oh, they should do like Lord of the Rats, but they kind of did. I don't know how popular Redwall was. I think it was like a Canadian thing. It was definitely a Canadian cartoon thing. But man, like everyone watched Redwall. And or read the books. Dude, I love Lord of the Rings. I mean, I like the movies. I should preface like and say that because I have never I mean, I read The Hobbit, but that's it. And it's the shortest one. But man, I'll watch those movies any day of the week. I used to be pretty big on movies. I'd want to watch like, you know, the newest stuff, what's coming out in theaters, but oh my gosh, I almost screwed up. Just don't really care for much that's coming out now. This is not a secret wall, right? Okay. Like there'll be maybe 1, 2 movies that come out in a year that I care about. But I'll just wait. I'll either wait for them to be on whatever streaming, or like if I really, really, really want to see it, I'll rent it. When it's like air quotes available digitally, but it's just like the theatrical version. It's not like any extras. It's just the movie itself. I'll rent it, and by rent it, I mean basically just pay like the 13, 15 bucks to watch it. Basically a movie ticket. And that'll be it. I don't even watch that many anime movies. I kind of wish I saw the Gurren Lagann movies in theaters, because they were doing another run of that for the anniversary. And I find the advertisement weird. I didn't look into it. But it said like, oh, here is the screening of the subbed version of the movie, and here's the dubbed version of the movies. And I'm like, they never dubbed these movies. Are these new Gurren Lagann dubs? Or did they just kind of splice together, like, the audio from, like, the anime? Because essentially that's... The Gurren Lagann movies are just, like, recaps. And they use almost the exact same animation, except during the climax, they actually, like, reanimate it into, like, a new scene. So really, there's no reason to watch the Gurren Lagann movies except for like the last third, because it's the exact same story and it looks the exact same. but man, are they good. The second one is actually so good. They changed it so much. You're like, yes. Oh, you're like, this is going to be a different movie. We're going to have that ending. But it's still the same ending, and it kills me. Kills me. I mean, Gurren Lagann is a little bit boomer now. And I don't ever want to see... So, the last anime movie, and I think this is what stopped me from, like, not only going to movie theaters, but also, like, going to anime movies, was Promare. Man, I did not have a good theater experience with that movie. Because I just want to sit there and watch the movie and enjoy it. I don't want, like, a room of people cheering and freaking out. I'm like, man, I just want to watch this. No, I'm not a big actor guy anymore. I did go to acting school. But I don't really like, you know, pretending. I don't like to play pretend. I mean, and I kind of learned that in acting school. I wouldn't mind, like, doing, like, voice-over work. I said, like, you know what I'd really like to do? I'd like to do one of those commercials for, like, elderly people on, like, medication. And then at the end, it has, like, all these side effects where it's, like, you know, sudden death. You know, loss of feeling in fingers and toes. Shortness of breath. Like, that's what I would love to do. That's, like, the dream job. Because those commercials are so insane. It's like everyone looks happy, and then they just throw it all at the end. Like, yeah, this stuff is actually maybe not great. Yeah, the list is longer than the commercial. Exactly. They're so funny. I mean, I find it funny, but I probably wouldn't be laughing if I had to take the stuff. So maybe I should show a little bit more sympathy. But I think the comedy is in some of the side effects where it's like, you know, oh, high blood pressure, you know, shortness of breath. It's like, okay, that's like doable. And then like some of them are just like sudden death. I thought that was me dying. It's his heel. Cholesterol was a thing. We're having talks about anal leakage from Doritos. Lovely. That's lovely. I'm sure Doritos really appreciated that. No, I did after I went to acting school, I did try to take a course about like basically like radio and commercial. But I didn't get in. So didn't happen. Then I took a year off and then I went to art school. I think I'm dead because I literally didn't realize I was doing damage. It was an oil that the body couldn't process. Fun. You know, I'm glad I didn't have to live through that. I'm not a big Doritos guy. I used to be, but then they got rid of the best flavor, which was the dill pickle. And I just don't care. Like, I used to go for the sweet chili heat. But it wasn't enough. It wasn't the same. It wasn't the same. The dill pickle chips were the best. So I think the reason I like it is because I do like salt and vinegar, but I find that like salt and vinegar, like if I eat too much, like it just hurts my mouth. You know, probably because I'm eating way more than the recommended serving size. So like anything that's kind of got that like salty, tangy kind of taste, but like is not as intense is like perfect. That's why I kind of have moved towards like ketchup chips. The Canadian classic that I pretty much loved as a child. Then when everyone grew up and started making fun of ketchup chips, I stopped eating them. And I'm like, you know what? They're just delicious. I'm just gonna eat those. And you know they don't hurt my mouth. It's not a tear up your mouth thing. It's just like, you know, an acidic burn. Guy's gonna heal soon. And like if I was only eating like a handful, then I was like, okay, who cares? But like, you know, sometimes you just want to be a pig. You want to eat like 400 chips. And you don't want to deal with the consequences. And I would love if the dill pickle Doritos came back. It actually, like, it's funny, like, how far ahead. Like, it wasn't even close. Like, any other flavor just wasn't even close to how good they were. Oh. That's what's happening. If you guys have never heard of it, it must have just been a Canadian thing. There's dill pickle Lays, but man, they suck. Lays are mid. You know, they can hit a certain spot. Like, you know, when they're ketchup flavored. And salt and vinegar, they're fine. Whoops. Forgot to roll. All dressed. People freak out over all dressed. I don't get it. They're okay. Yeah, the ruffles. Like, people go, like, bonkers over all dressed. I'm like, man, it's like, it's okay. What is all dressed? I couldn't even tell you. It shows like a tomato on the bag and like some vinegar and like a pepper and like peppercorns and like a little chili pepper. So like I couldn't tell you what all dressed is. It's like the Dr. Pepper of potato chip flavors. It's not like an everything bagel. Everything bagel is just like sesame seed, poppy seed, and like garlic and onion. Like that's it. Yeah, but I wouldn't say an everything bagel is an equivalent comparison. Unless you had like a literal everything bagel. Which would kind of be disgusting because there's cinnamon raisin bagels. I actually can't stand raisins. And I'm not even against like dried fruit. I just don't like them. Perch, that was maybe the worst timed chat message. Because I cannot. I'm not like a defender of the everything bagel. I think it's okay. I think it is maybe a little too much. You can just give me like a sesame seed bagel and I'll be probably happier with that. I just like cinnamon. I would prefer just a cinnamon bagel. Okay. See, he gives you something. The other guy gave me nothing. But, you know, I'm talking like superstore level. Not like superstore, but like supermarket level of bagels. I've never had like a New York bagel. I've never had the good stuff. I'm sure there's a couple like specialty places around, but like not like around, like but probably not worth the amount of travel for bagels. Please. Oh my. The guy with the arrow? The guy with the arrow stun locked me?